say with the times. My name is Dar, in case you don't know me, and I teach here once a week. Hi. So we'll start seated. Let's see if it's time. Yes, it's time. And what you want to do is fold something or sit on your block so that your hips are just a little bit higher. Or what you can do is sit on your knees like I'm doing. Why don't we do that, if that doesn't hurt your knees? And see how I'm folding the blanket? You could do the same thing with the block. So I'll use my block, and you want your block horizontal. Make sure it's supporting your sitting bones so that you're just able to lift your chest. And just, you're on the hard floor. It's okay. It's not, it is. You might want to use your shirt to pad the tops of your feet because my foot, oh, there you go. You guys. Yeah, you can sit in easy pose if you want to, if it's not comfortable to sit on your knees. Maybe rub your thighs a little bit, stimulating the tops of your thighs. This is the stomach meridian. Maybe slap them a little bit. Take a big breath. And then kind of round down into what I consider the three-pronged plug, the tailbone and the two sit bones. And just find a place for your hands on your thighs. Soften the roof of your mouth. Think of it as an open sky. Relaxing the tongue to the floor of the mouth. And the eyelids are easy. The eyelids can be like those gauze curtains blowing right over to your right there over an open window. Notice if your shoulders feel a little tense and see if you can bring a little weight to the upper arm bones and the shoulders. And simply notice how you're breathing. And even in this simple seated posture, you'll feel sensations in your feet, across the tops of your thighs, and around your knees. And it shouldn't be a painful, hot, or searing, uncomfortable feeling, but kind of like a dull ache or an awareness to those areas. And right away, I'd like to introduce you to the Hamsa mantra, or Soham, S-O'-H-O-M, or H-A-M-S-A, however it makes sense to you. On the inhalation, you'll hear the sound So, and on the exhalation, Hum. And it's a silent mantra, and it's subtle, but it helps the mind to stay focused. Hear the hum on the exhalation, just become a little heavier through the pelvis. Allow the molars to float in the gums and the cheeks to soften around the cheekbones. Scan your body for any place that's still clinging or grasping. And it might for the first 20 minutes of class, it might for the entire class, no worries, just noticing. Without opening your eyes, let's take the hands together in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. And broaden the elbows to the side walls. The chest lifts just a little bit. And notice the energetic connection of the palms and the skin of the palms touching. And focusing on the heart and lungs, the air element. Taking a nice deep slow breath with that beautiful fresh air coming in through the nose. Gently retain it at the top. And exhale slowly through the nose. Let's lift the hands gently and place the thumbs against the third eye point, broadening the elbows. Just being aware of that spacious mind, your intuition, your inspiration. Just take a deep breath into the lungs. And then float the arms up like a rooster's comb, right at the crown of the head. Spread the fingers. Jaya Mudra, the victorious mudra. Energy moving up. One more breath, noticing the coolness of the armpits. And slowly fold your fingers, intertwine the fingers to the web. Blink your eyes open and just press the hands to the ceiling. Now see if you can lock your elbows and release your neck a little bit. Maybe move it inside your biceps. And drop your tailbone and lift your ribs, maybe right off your hips a little bit. Take a deep breath, broaden the ribs. And exhale, open the jaw. Start bending the elbows and draw the palms to the back of the head like a hammock, holding the crown of your head. And then just lift your chest and lean back and gaze up at those beautiful chandeliers with a simple face. Allow the elbows to drop wide and breathe into the upper portion of your lung. Now soften your shoulders down and relax the back of your neck. Take one more breath. And release the arms back down slowly so you can feel the energy flowing from the arms and place the palms back on your thighs. Welcome to Slowly and Flow. My name is Dar. We have two really beautiful things about today. The fact that we're the first people I'm teaching in 3 months. And 2 is my son's 28th birthday. And it seems like yesterday that I gave birth to him in Taos, New Mexico. So long ago. And now he's a man. So I did it. Put your palms on the floor. And walk your knees back. So we're in a nice tabletop. And I want you to turn your blocks just the other way on the high side so that there's still between your thighs, but there's space. Now look down at your hands and if your heart were to drop out of your chest, it would fall between your thumbs. Relax your feet completely. As a matter of fact, tap them a little bit because you've been sitting on them for 3 or 4 minutes. Getting the energy to flow to all of the meridians and the feet and hands. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone and the chin, cow pose. And as you exhale, the belly button pulls in and you round into cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly, notice the pressure points through the palms. Make sure you're not using just your wrists. If this hurts your hands, you can always come up onto your fists. And exhale, round. Inhale, cow pose. Should be easy for Wisconsin people. Exhale, curl the tailbone. Inhale, cow pose. And then tuck your toes under and exhale, cat pose, and just push the floor towards me and just see if your tailbone can just hover right between your heels and take a breath into your sacrum. Oh, move your jaw right and left. And then slowly, from your belly button, press to a downward facing dog. Now, it doesn't have to be a fancy dog, just a simple dog. Lower your heels, let your head drop. Pressing through all 20 knuckles and feel your neck lengthening. And imagine you're holding a beach ball between your elbows and give it a little hug. And then imagine a helium balloon inflating up against your belly button and feel it support your lower back. Take a deep breath. Inhale, broaden the ribs. Exhale, stick your tongue out. Inhale, broaden the ribs. And exhale. And start walking your hands back towards your feet. And if you don't have a block, that's fine. I want you to put your physical hands on your physical feet if you can reach them. And I'll step up a little bit so I'm not so far away from the screen. And maybe spread your toes so all postures begin in the feet, as standing poses. Take your block, bend your knees a little, and stick it right between your thighs. So it's on the narrow side. And look down at your feet. The inside seams of your feet are making a capital letter, sides of a capital letter H. And it's okay that you don't have a block. Now, think of lifting the pubic bone and dropping the tailbone and just kind of roll your shoulders a little bit so you don't feel rigid in your practice. And just come to Tadasana, the mountain pose. Feeling the ball of the foot in the center of each heel, lift your toes up and spread them. A teacher of mine says, think of your feet like turtle shells, and your 5 toes are like a turtle with 5 heads, stretching the toes and the heads out of the shell, and then just gently placing the chin of the turtles down on your mat. Allow the blood to come into your fingertips. Now blink your eyes closed up. You should feel more balanced. Without the block, sometimes we sway a little bit. So it's nice to use something. When I teach at home, I have people put little couch pillows or something between their thighs if they don't have a yoga block. Inhale, let's swing the arms up. Maybe look up at this beautiful ceiling and all the elements, metal, wood. And then exhale, let the arms flow down. Inhale, swing the arms up. And as the arms lift, press to the balls of your feet. Exhale, swing the arms. Let them float down on the breath, like a feather on the breath. On this last one, inhale, current lifts the feathery arms. Now hold the breath in and lift your sternum and reach the finger pads to the ceiling. And exhale, float the arms down. Right hand on right hip. So that's that arm. Inhale, bring that left arm up. And feel your hip bone with your right hand. Lift your toes a little, re-spread them, drop your tailbone, drop that left shoulder, inhale, open the ribs, hold the breath in and come on over to the right, Ardha Chandrasana, the half moon pose, and just let your right ear drop towards your right shoulder. Now find the inside seam of your left leg and press down through it, and take a deep breath into that left nostril. That's called the Ida Nadi. And just fill your left lung all the way down and match it to the kidney. And Come a little deeper as you exhale. And notice if you feel any tenderness through the kidney, any aching. Inhale. And then let your head go a little more. And come on up. And take your left hand to your left hip. Inhale, swing the right arm up. And as you exhale, just drop your right shoulder, drop your left shoulder, soften your jaw and neck. Inhale, open the lungs. And start moving with a with a full lung, and then exhale when you need to, and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Notice your hand on your hip, make a little pushy poo so that you feel a bend even in the lumbar spine. Now, lock that right leg particularly and press through the inside seam of the right leg. Inhale, feel your right nostril, pingala, filling the right lung. Exhale, let the head drop and come a little deeper. Push the hip a little bit. Just feel what it feels like. Watch that right leg with your inside eye. And come on up. Woo, so simple, so powerful. Take your hands to the lumbar back. So the heel of your hand is against your floating rib. Your fingertips are towards your tailbone. And then you're going to pull your shoulders back a little bit so that your shoulder blades might kiss. Keep your feet in your consciousness. Drop your tailbone and lift your chest like you're going to touch the ceiling with your sternum. And drop your chin a little forward towards your chest and just feel this back bend, like you're holding maybe a plum under your chin. Don't throw your head back, chin down. Take a breath. What's happening in the legs? Keep the ball grounded. How does the lumbar back feel? And come on up. Take your knees and just bend them a little bit. Just come down into your knees and let's just bounce. And you want to let go of your arms so much that they kind of bounce in response to your knees bending. And I thought we would do this breath I learned from the beautiful Max Strom. It's called fountain breath, joy breath. So you're going to take your hands, so it's like a reverse French press, and you're going to bring your hands down in front of your lower belly, and you're going to keep your knees a little bent. You're going to inhale, drawing the energy up. And then when you exhale, you're like, ha! And then you come back down, nice and grounded. And you're like, it's called fountain breath. Inhale. And spray it over Madison. Ha! Not too much there, we can't breathe on each other. Sorry, one more. Inhale. And ha! And as you exhale, soften your knees and fold forward. And what you can do is put your elbows on top of your upper lower thighs, or at least start here. You don't want to do any extreme things in the lumbar back. Take a breath. Pull the belly in. Let the head go. And then maybe drop your arms to the floor. You're still holding your block. Your arms are dangling. Maybe say some yeses with your head, maybe some no's. I feel like your arms are just wet ropes hanging off your shoulder blades. Notice the blood coming into the crown of the head. Maybe take a glance down at your feet, make sure they're parallel, and your toes are light and pressed into the mat. Open your jawline outside. I didn't hear it. Slide your hands up your shins, feeling the skin, and then your costume. Push the heel of the hand into the shins, and come to a halfway lift or an upside down L shape like a glove. Pull your shoulders back and lengthen the crown of the head towards me instead of the chin. And suck your abdominal wall in a little bit. Now lift your big toe, and then soften your knees and fold forward again. Drop your tailbone, roll up like a dancer, one vertebrae at a time, and roll your shoulders at the top. Feels good, motherfucker, right? Oh, we've been through so much. The body is taking a beating. I don't know about you guys, but mine is. So take your blocks out now and just place them to the side. And you're just going to remember how it feels to be stable through the legs. And what we're going to do is take your feet a little bit wider and make sure the knees are soft again. Let's just do that little bouncy thing. And let your head go. Let your jaw go. We're just going to swing. You're just going to swing. And the arms are passive. It's like, here they are, the ropes are free on the boat, right? And you're just swinging right to left. And let yourself see what you're seeing as you swing. And one heel might come off the floor a little bit, the opposite heel. And notice your upper middle back. Maybe let that opposite knee bend even more. So it doesn't have to be formal. It's just a swinging, loosening. It's almost me. And then maybe look behind you, make it even bigger. See the wall behind you. Breathe. Breathe. Just circulating the chi, circulating a little into your knee. And then come back still again. And just look down at your feet, and you can turn your feet out a little bit. And now you're just going to take your hands and make little loose fists. And just, so you're going to have a little knot right under the collarbone. That's the lung meridian. You're just sort of waking up like a highway. And you don't even think about it, it's just kind of, and then just come like Tarzan. And right here, point right, here's the nod, the bone of the sternum, maybe an inch. And just give it some knots. Take a breath. And then take your little hands and make them into like little duck heads and just tap your heart. Now this is where the thyroid gland, the thymus gland is under the sternum. And at the age of about 18, it stops working. It's our immune system. But I have faith. At 68 years old, I'm thinking maybe I can wake it up. I never thought I'd be laughing when I was 68. I thought I'd be crying. But 68 is good. And then just drop your hands and just feel that through your arms and heart. Drop the tailbone again, find your little turtle heads coming out of your feet. And let's just bend the knees and come into goddess pose. Just bounce a little bit. And just feel like your tailbone is like the root of a banyan tree. And if you want to come wider, that's perfectly fine. Just don't overturn out your feet so that you're not looking like that, but you're dropping the tailbone. And let's come to cactus arms and spread the fingers. Come down a little bit more. And bring the knees back so they line up over the ankles. And let's just take that back bend again. Inhale. And as you exhale, just draw the forearms together and bow forward. Inhale, open the heart and lungs. Exhale, bow forward. Now, intertwine your fingers. This is called wood chopper. Inhale, straighten the legs, take the arms straight up. And exhale, chop the wood. Inhale, come up. Exhale, chop the wood. Last one. Inhale, come up. Exhale, chop the wood. And just hang forward. Put your finger pads on the floor. Just turn your heels out so you're pigeon-toed. Grab your ankles And wrap your forearms to the outer calves and hang out right here. This is called Dandayana Vipaktapada Paschimottanasana. You'll be quizzed on this after class. Inhale, take the weight forward. Exhale, pull up on your Achilles and try the crown of your head on the floor between your big toes. Notice what's happening to the inner legs and the lumbar back. Nice flat back. It's as if your heart would pop out of its chest and would fall onto the floor. So release your upper back and lengthen if you can. Feel the pressures in your temples and the crown of your head feels good. And then take your hands onto your hips. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. Now pull your belly and pull your shoulders back. Exhale, and then inhale, come up. Step your feet right together now. Drop your hands. Now here's the quiz. Close your eyes and see if you can find your balance. Not that easy. Feel the energy through the body. Maybe you're trembling a little bit. That's all normal if you're human. And let's just do one more standing pose. Just step back with your right foot and just square your hips. Take your thumbs on your hips and just take your hips towards like two headlights, shine them straight. And don't make it so wide, maybe a little wider for you. And the two, you don't have to turn the back foot out so much, but if it feels good to have it slightly turned out, that's okay. Everyone is different. Now with your right thumb, press your right hip a little bit forward and pull your elbows back. And as you push your thumbs into those dimples that might still be there, lift your chest. Try not to throw your head back with your shoulder blades to kiss. Let's take a breath here. Are you feeling the ball of your left foot? Grounding you, both knees are locked. Now come forward from the heart, pyramid pose. Straight down and frame your left foot. Allow your heart, slippery, to slide down the inside seam of your left leg. And see if you can kiss your shin bone and thank it for taking you everywhere. Inhale, broaden the ribs. So what are you feeling in your legs? Pressing to the center of your left heel, the ball of your left foot, spread your turtle head and put them on the mats. Press to the outside seam of your right leg and just melt down the inside of your leg for 2 more breaths. So inhale, come to a halfway lift. Soften your left leg and just step up. Imagine you had the block between your thighs. Sit down in the chair. Inhale, come up to Utkatasana, the upward pose. Drop the tailbone, spread your toes, and shift the weight to the center of your heels. So you have to use the area above your pubic bone. Just suck it in. And then hands to Anjali and stand up. Tadasana. How's your balance? Can you feel the energy starting to wake your body up breath to breath? So after 43 years of teaching yoga, I'm on my 43rd year. And I started out as a sprite, warm balances, up the wall, down the wall, cartwheels, across the floor, splits, all that stuff that 20 people in their 20s do. But I'm now into a super mindful practice, and my practice is so much more profound than it used to be. Take your hands for a moment to the front of your heart. Now step back with your left foot. So your feet are in separate lanes, like you're cross-country skiing. Now take your hands on your hips, adjust that left hip forward, right hip back. Good, and remember where the dimples used to be behind your butt there? Put your thumb right into the dimples. Allow your shoulders to kiss, bring your elbows back, and just lift your chest, but try to not throw your head back. Just make it a lung heart opening. Inhale, broaden your chest. Find your legs, exhale. This is challenging, simple as it is. Inhale, see something. Exhale, and then slowly start coming forward. And you're leading with the heart, so your upper back's nice and flat. Keep that left hip down. And then you can use your blocks if you need to frame your right foot. I use my finger pads. But when I have blocks, I don't have one today, you can put your hands on the blocks and it makes the posture more accessible. And then you're going to imagine your slippery heart sliding down the inside seam of your right leg. Release the base of your skull. Let your cheeks soften. And be here now. Here's your mantra. Everything is as it should be. I am safe. Breathe. I flow with change. Inhale, lift your chest. Maybe look about 45 degrees in front of your right big toe. Soften your right knee until you're balanced. Step your left foot up next to your right, or a few inches apart. Sit in the chair, sweep the arms up. Utkatasana. Just lifting through the heart. Drop your shoulder blades. Now pull that lower belly in and broaden your ribs on the breath. Inhale. Exhale, Anjali Mudra, and come to a stand. Tadasana. How are you feeling? Can you feel the pulse in your fingertips? Move your jaw, maybe bobble your head. I'm really big on head bobbles because we get really serious. And this way, just think of your head on a spring like a little achadal. That's what they used to be called in the back of cars. And now, let's come down onto our mat. And some of you might want to sit on a blanket. You don't have to. And let's just stretch the legs out. And kind of, again, take your little hammers and get on the outside of those legs. The outside seam of the legs is the gallbladder meridian. All the way down, again, up and down the top of the legs. And if you can reach your feet, just give your feet a little squeeze. Just say hi to them. Oh my God, I have sore feet. If you want, you try to crack your toes, squeeze your big toe a little bit. And then take your legs on a slight V shape. Let's roll the feet a little bit. Just noticing what there's 26 bones in each foot, and every bone has some connective tissue, and all of our energy systems come down and end in the soles of our feet, according to Chinese medicine, and that's what reflexology is, stimulating those points. And when it's time for us to leave our spacesuits at the end of our lives, and I've been with both my parents when they passed away, and I hospiced my beautiful father, the first thing that you know that there's hours or just a day or two left is the feet and the hands turn black. The extremities die first because the heart and lungs keep working and it creeps up and then finally. But so I'm really a stickler on keeping the hands and feet really stimulated so that the heart keeps bringing energy and blood to the extremities. So let's just spread the hands and spread the toes, flex the feet. Just bring your arms straight up. Inhale, broaden the ribs. Exhale, let your shoulders drop. pull your kneecaps, shrugging like your quads are engaged. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, relax everything. Take your hands to your upper thighs. This is called mudra. Upside down peace sign, press into your thighs, lift your chest. And just drop your tailbone. Feel very grounded in this moment. This beautiful day, Tuesday, June 30th, 2020. And then release and turn towards your right leg. Take your left hand to the inside of your left thigh and just twist and face the open windows. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, draw the head around and maybe see a little bit behind you. Keep the energy through your left arm, pushing in the inside seam of your left leg. And then float all the way around, see the whole room, and fold forward over your left leg, right eyeball towards left knee. Now you can use this beautiful floor to put your palms on, or you can put your hands on blocks, or you can put your hands on your leg, whatever works for you. Just don't try to grab your foot and pull. And soften your right shoulder and arm down. Let your neck relax, and if your head were to touch your knee, your eyeball would touch your left kneecap. Maybe open your jaw in a silent, sweet exhalation. And just let something off your back, something you carry, some worry that you have. And come a little heavy through your right shoulder and your right elbow. And bring your attention back to the Pingala Nadi, the right nostril, and inhale, puffing the right lung up all the way down to the kidney. Exhale, roof of the mouth spacious like an open sky. And feel through your body, what are you feeling? All the different sensations, becoming more articulate about what you feel in your body. So, 2 more breaths. On your next inhalation, simply lift your heavy 9.5-pound head and look past that left big toe and walk your hands back. Now anchor through your right sit bone and let your chest lift and just look past your leg. Drop your shoulders, maybe roll them a little bit. Right hand to the inner thigh. Left hand behind you. Now you're twisting away from the windows. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale. Try not to lead with your head. Lead with your sternum and let the head take the ride around. We don't want a little Blair thing going on here. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rotate the rib cage. Drop your tailbone. Let the jaw soften. You might feel a little tug on your left psoas. And with your eyes open, be in the space as you rotate all the way, taking a panoramic movie of the space. And you're going to fold down over the right leg this time. Hands onto the floor mat, wherever they are. Drop the left eye to the right knee. Allow your left shoulder, your left arm bones to be heavy. Allow the elbows to relax down. Beautiful. Yeah, and let your shoulder blades feel like they're greased a little bit and they slide apart. And maybe soften the roof of your mouth and your tongue and let your head be a weight that tugs on the tissue of your body along that left side. So, and see where you're grasping clean. Maybe it's the right arm, maybe it's your wrists. Maybe your feet or ankles are rigid. Feel your moisture under your lips against your teeth. Are you thirsty? Are you hydrated? I find yoga after all of these years still infinitely interesting. If you want, you can turn your palms up and really just let gravity do the posture for you. One more breath here. Inhale, gently lift the head, looking past your right big toe, turn your palms to the floor, and walk yourself mindfully up. So you're not using your back muscles, because they get really fragile in those long forward bends, and just kind of lift the chest, looking out past the right leg. Just find this moment. The reverberation after the postures are also really informative. And then rotate back. This is the exciting part. Hi everybody, how are you doing? Take your hands to your outer knees, kick your knees up, and put your feet on the floor. Take your hands behind you, and again, we're just going to windshield wipe, circulating all of that chi that you freed up in your pelvis and in your hips. And now we're going to start the class. I do a 3-hour version of this class. When the end of the world ends, we start living in the future. We'll do that here. I don't know if any of you have ever taken it, have you? It's really fun to do this for 3 hours. And I use essential oils, that's awesome. So take your blankets out of the way, unless you have protruding hip bones or pubic bone, and you can put it right across the floor past your belly. We're going to lie down on our stomachs and be really aware of how you feel as you just lie down this way and just come up into Sphinx. So you back up a little bit and kind of rock your booty right and left, relaxing through your lumbar spine, because your back is aching to bend in the opposite direction from the forward folds. The magic of the yin practice are the long holds, and they're usually longer than we want, but it's really good for you to just let go and be uncomfortable. It teaches you how to live in discomfort, which is something we are all learning together on the planet right now. Allow your ankles and feet to relax and lift your chest. And feel your 2 hip bones on the floor, and just notice if you're clenching your butt, and release your butt. And let your lumbar spine drop in. Now this is actually a back bend. Very slowly let your head drop. then lift your head, noticing your neck is so strong. You hold that heavy head up all the time. And let's just bend the knees. And notice that increases the back bend. Relax your ankles and feet. Just feel, and you might want to walk your knees a little bit away from you towards the wall behind you so that you're really feeling your bladder and all of your small intestine having a little pressure on it. Now, when I did a little mini training with Sarah Powers, who's one of my teachers, we held this posture, I think, 12 minutes. Try to imagine that. And now float your feet down and make them wide. Now I can see my feet in the screen, and you should be able to see my feet behind me. And you don't want to be rigid in the ankles, just put them in a natural position. Maybe turn your feet down a little bit, just so that you're not rigid in the feet. And let's just take the arms out to the side and prepare to just come up to a locked elbow. Now you want your belly still on the floor. Everything above the belly button is off the floor. And just kind of move right to left a little bit. The elbows stay locked. Pelvis stays stable. Just feel what's happening along your lumbar back and your middle back. And then just kind of, we don't want to pull the shoulders down. We just want the shoulders to come up so that the upper thoracic back drops. And your spine, envision it like an old worn out hammock, like threadbare. Now, if your back's okay with this, bend your knees and put the big toes together, not the soles of the feet, just the tips of the toes. So don't turn your soles together, very right. Just the tips, and just let your back fall. Now, if this hurts your shoulders, you can always come to the elbows, but it's the locked elbow now. Hold really says to turn the crooks of the elbows to the ceiling, and see if you can be in this back bend for 3 breaths. Unclench your butts. I feel a lot of tight butts out there. Relax your feet and ankles. Breath number 2. So, relax the backs of your thighs. 1 more breath. We're only going to hold this 6 or 7 more minutes. Just kidding. Inhale, 1 more breath. And then this is it. It's going to be like your 5th birthday party. Peel your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time. Let your legs float. And just take yourself into Makarasana. 1 forearm on the other. Bring your elbows forward. Place your forehead on one of your back arms. Relax your feet down. Let your ankles soften. You can draw your legs in hip width if that feels better for you. And in this posture, just feel the ribs broaden on the inhalation, just really relaxing for the nervous system. Exhale, letting your pelvis connect with the earth. Two more breaths here. Crocodile pose, Makarasana. Very slowly come up. Take your arms under you and press onto your hands and knees. Do not come to child's pose. That's too extreme. Left elbows backwards. And just drop a crayon or an imaginary paintbrush from your belly button And make one of those prayer circles, starting small in the middle and just kind of making each concentric circle a little wider. Let your head and shoulders go. Please take some deep, beautiful breaths like you were taking in this fresh air with a spoon. Something of custard or something. It's so beautiful. Take advantage of so few planes in the air, and then reverse it, starting with a wide concentric circle all the way around. And notice how juicy your hips might feel right now. Let your head and shoulders go. Scooping around. And then walk your hands back. Just maybe climb right onto that blanket if you have one. And come up again onto your knees. And let's just take the hands once again to the lumbar back. Feel the heat of the heel of your hand against the bottom of your kidneys, which you just gave a big hug to in the Sphinx and Seal. Drop the tailbone, relax your glutes, and pull your shoulder blades together and drop your chin down instead of up. And shine your heart towards the ceiling and take some breaths into your lungs. Check that you're not clenching your butt too much. And then come on up. And you're going to swing your legs around and lie down on your backs for our final posture. Notice right away that you might want something under a blanket under your head or something. If not, just lie down right on the earth. Shavasana. Turn your palms up at your sides for a moment. Flex your feet, press your heels towards me, and then relax your legs completely. If this hurts your lower back for any reason, you're welcome to bend your knees and place the soles of your feet on the floor. Notice the space between your shoulder blades, the heart behind the heart, the Hri Dara. Just take a breath there. It's the universal heart, the heart that connects to the hearts of all living beings, not just human beings, but all beings. That pulse, that life force. So, check the inside of your mouth for any tensions. Eyelids like gauze curtains over open windows. Very slowly bend your knees and draw them into your palms. Your palms are going to hold on to each knee. And you're just going to make some circles, pulling the knees around, and you can move your head a little bit. So just massage that lower spine, and then change the direction. And then pull the knees into your chest, nothing extreme. Draw your arms out to the sides, palms up or down. And drop your knees over to the right. And maybe scoot your right shoulder like inchworm to the right edge of your mat. And look out over your left shoulder and see if you can get your left shoulder blade on the floor. If that's impossible, bend your left elbow and scoop your palm right under the base of your skull. And you'll feel a tremendous opening along your left lung. Right hand can come to the outer left thigh. And just relax into your twist. And you can feel the lymphatic system opening up. You can feel the left chest might feel constricted. If you like it a little deeper, just pull the knees up closer towards your right arm. Soften the left side of your tongue and jaw. Inhale into that left lung. Exhale, release anything you're clinging to. Stacking, marry the left hip on the right unless you have a back problem. Inhale. And exhale. Softening into that left shoulder now. On this next breath, you're going to inhale like you were inflating a bike tire. And you're going to retain the breath at the top without tensing the mouth or face. Holding the breath in. Easy tongue. And when you exhale, soften where you're clinging. Just exhale it all out. Beautiful, everybody. And then take that left arm across, grab that left leg, come back to center. Roll right over to the other side. Stacking with the right leg on the left. You can put a block between your thighs if this is uncomfortable for your hips. Now, scoot your left shoulder to the left side of the mat, like a little inchworm. And then use your left hand on your outer right leg. Turn your head back over your right arm. If this doesn't work for you, bend your right arm and slip your head into your palm. You'll feel a tremendous opening through the armpit. Think about that lymphatic system flushing your lungs, heart, breast tissue. Inhale into the right armpit. Exhale, softening the belly, just being with whatever you're feeling. Beautiful, everybody. Relax your elbow a little bit, turn that right arm, just let it bend a little. Inhale into the right armpit, really expanding that right lung. Exhale. And now we're going to take that beautiful breath retention here. You're going to inhale like you were breathing into your bike tire. At the top of the breath, you hold it without tensing the mouth, tongue, eyelids, anything, jaw, and you're just retaining and you feel your body absorbing that oxygen. And then exhale, soften into this moment. 100%. And then take your right hand across and bring yourself back to center. Feeling everything. The transitions are so important. Cup your hands over your knees and make some circles again, bringing this lumbar back to neutral. And then maybe rock back and forth a few times and come right back up to an easy pose, cross-legged posture. Come to a seated position, just rock right on up. Hi everybody, how are we doing? We're going to start class now. You know when class starts? When you walk back into your life, that's how you know if you took a class or not. Rock a little bit on your sit bones.